Best wired Pro controller you're going to get for the Xbox as well as for your PC. Fusion by PowerA Pro Wired Controller. Let's get into it. Before we kick this video off, I want to give a huge shout out to PowerA for sending over the Pro Wired Controller for review. This controller has been an absolute beast. I've been using this for the last couple of weeks, and man, between playing COD, Halo, and more, my competitive edge is definitely up there when I'm using this. I mean, I could always go with a wireless controller. Nothing wrong with that. They're really good, but I like having that zero latency with a direct line-in controller like this. And the fact that this has elite controller performance and functionality at a fraction of the price, can't go wrong with that. So in this video, we're going to dive into do an unboxing setup of overall usage. I'm going to show you it with some gameplay and more. So all that being said, if you haven't already, you've gotten this far, make sure you like the video. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, that way you stay up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes from here. And other than that, I'm Mekel, Kasanova, Hawaii content creator, host of Hawaii's #1 podcast, the Kasanova Podcast. I stream every single week on twitch.tv/Mekel Kasanova, so catch me over there. And all that out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into why this is the best controller you can buy that's wired on the market. Let's get into it. All right, so we have here the Fusion by PowerA Pro Wired Controller for Xbox One, Xbox Series S and X, as well as Windows 10. Now, this is a wired variation of, basically it's a Pro controller that's wired and not wireless. So you're going to have the paddles, you're going to have, all the customization. As you can see here, it comes with a case. You can switch out the sticks. You've got the ringlets, different colors. You got green, and by default, it has the gold. You've got the back paddles, which are two different rows, and you've got your cable. So this right here says gain the advantage, pro level features, pro level controls and enhanced features. And basically you've got a 3-way trigger lock, which the Pro controller definitely only gives you 2. This gives you 3. You got swappable parts, mappable Pro Pack, and you don't need an application to be able to do any of this, which is incredible. Anti-friction rings. Now that's going to be something I'm definitely going to want to check out, because since I play FPS games, I play racing games over years, the sticks start to wear themselves out, but this should fix that issue. So, customizable face plates too. I dig that. I really do. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get into the box. Let me go ahead and cut this open, and then we can go from there. Let's see. All right, so on all sides. Okay. So we can slide it out, put that there, and then this is the case. The case that says Fusion. This is a fairly large case. I think this is slightly bigger than the Xbox Elite controller. Wow. Let's get this open. Alright, let's move this over to the side here. Lay that open. So up top you've got your cable, which I'm guessing this is going to be like a 6-foot cable, maybe 7-foot. So it's got USB Type A, and you've got the PowerA logo. So USB 2.0. It's a micro USB cable with the locking mechanism, and it's got the Velcro for the length. So a couple other things you guys have inside. Let's go ahead and dive in. You've got your different ringlets. I just flipped that over, but here we go. So these are the ringlets you have, the anti-friction ones. These are the green ones if you don't want to use the stock gold or copper or whatever color you want to call that. Then you've got higher raised thumbsticks, which I'm probably gonna change these out and put these in. So you got the concave and the other. So definitely digging that. And then you've got the back paddle. It's here. And this just pops in, and then these can pop out. So if you don't want to use them, you don't have to, but you can always pop them in like so. If you don't want to use them. And then the main attraction. This sucker's heavy. This is a heavy controller, especially for one that's wired and not wireless. Okay, so feels really good in the hand. For comparison, let me show you what a Xbox Series X controller looks like in comparison to this. So, for sake of comparison, they are roughly the same size, same layout. This doesn't have the share. This came out before the Series X, so it doesn't have the share button functionality. But I'm primarily going to be using this on PC, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, let's see. The tops, very similar. Look at the backs. This is where they differ, because battery, non-battery. Look at the bottom. So here's another key difference, as you can tell here. This has the chat pad adapter input, as well as the full QWERTY keyboard, and you have your 3.5mm input. This only has connectivity for the 3.5mm input, so that is a difference between the two. This white really pops. Maybe I won't need to change out the sticks. They look solid. They feel good too. It's got like a porcelain look to it. Yeah, I like these anti-friction rings. So, I don't know. I don't think I want to change these out. I think I'm going to keep it with what it is. Now the D-pad. I'm going to have to try out the D-pad just to see how it is. It does feel very stiff. So I don't know how this is going to work for fighting games. But for shooters, if I'm switching out items, that should be fine. But yeah, this D-pad, a little stiff, but the analog sticks feel great. Buttons feel good, very tactile, very responsive. These are very good. So let's check out the back. So it's set to T3. So let's change this. Okay. So light, a little bit more, all the way down. Okay, I think I'll do this for like a hair trigger functionality on both. And then let's see, your program button if you want to program the back paddles, which let's go ahead and get that open. We're going to add in the paddles. And basically you just slot them in like so. So basically I can program any of these buttons to function for this. So if I want any of these paddles to have any of these functions, just press that and I can go from there. So one of the other things I want to touch on is the fact that this faceplate is removable. So you just pull it up here. I believe it's magnetic. So you just, yeah, so it's magnetic. So you just plop it up and you can change out stuff. So if you have different face plates, you don't want to use the white, you can switch it out. And then here's everything here. So buttons, they just pop out like so. And there you go. This is what it looks like. And let's see. I want to have a raised, so you can just pop this in. So I want my left stick to be more raised. So I'm going to use the extra one that came with it. So I got it in. And then there we go. So Yeah. This is definitely better built for like shooters and racers than fighting games. But you never know. I like this. I like the feel of it, especially the texture here. This texture is really nice. Feels really good. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be using this on PC. So, let's see. Is there anything else that comes with this? Let's check out. Let's see. What else is in here? So, we've got my manual. I think that's it. Yeah, so that's it. So, we got the manual. Let's go ahead and get this out. And then okay, I slightly tore that there. Alright, Fusion by PowerA. Let's see. You get stickers. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. So you got a robot sticker, you've got a reactor with controller sticker. That's pretty dope. And then you've got the manual, you know, usual books and stuff, shows you what everything is, programmability, locks, USB port, all that jazz, and the like. Cool. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to connect this to our computer as well as to our Xbox Series X, try it out with a variety of games, and then we will give you the verdict and see how it is. So it's definitely going to be the controller that if you're looking for a wired controller for use on a shooter, this is definitely going to be a controller you want to use. Like, the response is absolutely insane. There's absolutely no latency. It's time to get this war in. Where we at? Okay. Let's go ahead and hop in here. Come on, get on in here.
Guardian's got a hell of a singing voice.
Can we do autopilot retrieval? Bring the Pelican down to us.
Mayday! Mayday! We're taking fire! We're hit! Not with those ships shooting everything out of the sky.
Hey! What do I do? Check your sights!
If every other game on my Xbox Series X didn't have to update, I would play more.
I'll tag along.
Hostile activity detected. Lockdown system engaged.
Governor Sloan, we need access to the space elevator.
Can't do that, Spartans. Got too many people taking refuge inside. They'd be slaughtered.
Understood, Governor. Osiris, clear the area so they can open those doors.
Hostile activity detected. Lockdown system engaged.
If you're looking to get a controller that rivals the Elite controller but don't want to pay that premium, and don't mind wired, then you can't go wrong with this. This is absolutely one of the best controllers you can go for. While the D-pad is a bit stiff, so if you're trying to use this for fighting games, I wouldn't really recommend it. For shooters, this thing is absolutely a beast. I love the fact that there's like no latency when I'm using this for shooting, and just being able to, set the hair triggers to either full depress, half, or like quick itchy, that itchy finger, because I got one when I play shooters, and being able to program the back paddles to be able to utilize it for however I want. The controller is absolutely and not to mention, this is just a beautiful controller in general. But that's my thoughts. What do you guys think of the Fusion PowerA wired Pro controller? It's a mouthful. For Xbox and for PC. Do you have it? Do you prefer the Elite wireless controller too? Whatever your thoughts are, let's get the conversation going down in the comment section below. And if you want to pick one of these up, I will have an Amazon affiliate link where you can get it. And other than that, that's the video. Shout out to PowerA for sending this over to us. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Comment section below, or take the conversation further in Discord or in Guilded. Either way, I'll see you guys on the next one. Deuces wild, too sweet, be the elite. See you on the next one. Peace. Mahalo for making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate your support by those of you who like the videos, who watch them, who subscribe. And for those of you who are my Patreon supporters, thank you for your continued support, because you help make this possible. If you enjoy my work and you'd like to support what we do have Patreon on patreon.com/Mekel Kasanova. We also have Coffee as well as Subscribestar. So there's various methods if you want to support the work that we do here. We also have channel membership, so make sure you check that out. That way you get up to date on all the latest and greatest content that comes here, and first, and exclusive content as well. And if you enjoy the work that I do and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, Mekel Kasanova, Hawaii content creator. I hope to see you on the next one. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ding the notification bell. And all that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.